As Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen and other European leaders continue to weigh their response to US President Donald Trump's tariff threats over Greenland, she says, and I quote, "Europe won't be blackmailed." Trump says he will impose new taxes on 8 US allies, which are Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden and the UK, in February if they oppose his proposed takeover of the autonomous Danish territory. He insists Greenland is critical for US security and has not ruled out taking it by force, a move that has drawn widespread criticism. The countries threatened with tariffs have now issued joint statements saying Trump's plan risks a quote-unquote dangerous downward spiral. Aditya Vadavan, my colleague, is still with us. Aditya, the Danish Prime Minister has come forward and said that Europe won't be blackmailed as you know Trump continues his campaign to take over Greenland, saying that it's important for US national security.
Well, absolutely. It's a very rightly pointed, very right, justified statement that is coming from the Danish Prime Minister. And definitely, he has made it clear that European Union is something, a power to be reckoned with. And, he'll not be, afraid by all this blackmailing of US President Donald Trump that he has been doing over his claims, that he's been claiming that he wants Greenland for America's national security. So clearly at this juncture, Meta, there are concerns. Donald Trump has imposed 10% tariffs on all, major European Union countries, and now they have frozen their trade agreements with the United States at this juncture. And definitely, we could expect of certain points of friction between the United States and the European Union going forward. Meta, back to you.
I would please request you to stay on with me, Aditya, additionally, as I would require inputs. Now, meanwhile, tensions between Europe and the US spilled over into the world of sports in London during an NBA game when a spectator yelled, "Leave Greenland alone," during the US national anthem at an NBA game in London. Actor Vanessa Williams was performing the Star-Spangled Banner before the Memphis Grizzlies faced the Orlando Magic at the O2 Arena when she was interrupted by the heckle. The intervention drew a round of applause and cheers from sections of the crowd. Let's take a look. Aditya, we now of course is seeing the tensions between US as well as Europe actually go on and spill over into the world of sports as well. Walk us through what exactly happened at this event.
Well, absolutely. There were some cheerleaders, shouting slogans for their teams. On the sports arena also now, this face-off between the United States and European Union is continuing, as you pointed out, Meda. And definitely, the authorities, the authorities that were in charge of this particular NBA basketball match between the European team and the American team definitely didn't pay attention to what the people sitting there did. And definitely, as per that, the preliminary things are going on as to what were the slogans that were being chanted. And however, at this juncture, it needs to be seen how things unfold. What further action is taken as far as this action in this particular match pertaining to NBA match is concerned. Meda.
Additionally, Aditya, European countries have also been taking up measures in order to ensure that Greenland is rather not taken over by the United States. Can you list out some of the measures that European allies have taken in order to, ramp up security in this autonomous territory of Denmark?
Absolutely. Some days back, Meda, the Germany and France have deployed their, armies in Greenland, and definitely this is a signal to US President Donald Trump that, if he forcibly tries to take Greenland, that there will be European armies, securing the Greenland, because Greenland is a part of the NATO alliance, and definitely any attack on one country of NATO is an attack on all the countries of NATO. So definitely, as per the security charter of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, definitely there are concerns that how things unfold in this scenario, considering the fact how the European countries now decide what actions do they take necessary to stop US President Donald Trump, because meetings between the European leaders and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio have not bore any fruits as far as the Greenland is concerned, and definitely we could expect a major breakthrough regarding this. Megha.